Ladies and gents and the rest, today I'm going to try to make a PvP guide for this week. So here's what is going on. With a new change, we have these 3 modifiers, and it only lasts for 1 week. Next week it's going to be different. So I only had like 2 full days to test things. That's why instead of 3 or 4 decks, I'm going to show you one that works. I decided to not go with Baron and other units and other heroes because everybody is going to be playing Baron, and somebody else will probably show it to you. So I decided to go with a 3rd deck, or 2nd or 4th, whatever, as long as it's not Baron, because you will need something other than Baron, right, to climb. So we're going to be using this thing here. The credit goes to Reptile, one of the top guys in the game. He showed this to me. And so that's why I'm going to show you Maiev+'s deck, not Baron, right? So because you already have Baron's deck, some Baron's deck. And like I said, unfortunately, we only have like half of the week to develop the new strategy, because you will have like 3 or 4 days to use this guide. So tell me if it performs like shit. I will probably stop making it, because we just don't have enough time to make guides, right? 2-week thing was much better in my opinion, but we'll talk about it one day. So let's go to the deck. I'm going to show you the main event, the thing about this deck. So this is pretty ordinary Maiev+'s deck. Maiev, although you 1, 2, 3, 4 unbound units, the talents are pretty standard. On Quill board you can go with poison, but not a lot of people use Murlocs anymore with these new modifiers, because Murlocs get 1 shot, right? And but you can still go with poison. I've seen a lot of Murlocs. So the main event of this deck is this Prowler. We're gonna use this Predatory Instincts talent. Double damage to enemies who are at more than 75% health. So the point is that this talent works really, really well with this modifier. So the first thing that you hit does 4x damage of Prowler, right? So it's double damage on full target unit, or on full HP units. I say full HP, 75% and higher. Plus first strike, so it's like 4x damage. So the strategy, the main strategy that you always follow is you take the tower, and from the tower you start throwing your Prowlers, because the first hit the Prowler does a lot of damage. And like you will always have to throw a Prowler from the tower to the enemy's core, so it does a lot of damage, whether it's first hit or first hit with a Predatory Instinct bonus, doesn't matter. This deck has a couple of weaknesses. I will show it to you when we start playing, when we start watching games, sorry. So yeah, did I explain everything? I mean, you understand the majority of that stuff, right? Like, it's pretty unbound deck. The pluses of this deck: you control all gold, and that's how you win the game. You win the game pretty much. So your Prowler takes tower, and from the tower you start throwing your Prowlers, because the point is that try to make it so that the Predatory Instinct and the first strike damage goes to the core or a tower, or things like that, and that's how you damage the enemy's core and win the game. So this deck has 2 weaknesses. Number 1, it's completely helpless against Gargoyles decks, against Baron's Gargoyles decks on the small maps. So I will show you a couple of games where I lose like a bitch, and because there is absolutely nothing you can do. But yeah, that's only 1 weakness. Everything else, in any other case, you have either strong chances or you are a hard counter to certain things. And the second weakness is that you don't have any spells. That's why sometimes, it's not going to happen often, but sometimes the enemy will have a great defense and you won't be able to get to the enemy's core. That means if you make it to overtime and they have spells and you don't, You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really hard to win the game. But it's not going to happen often. And again, the main problem is usually the gargoyle. You'll see how it works. Let's get to the games and see how this deck performs. All right, let's go. The first enemy is Jaina. So like I said, we are kings of controlling the gold on the map and use the Prowler to attack the left tower. And after that, apply pressure on the core. And that's pretty much the strategy, okay? So I didn't have anything to deploy. That's why I did this stupid crap to damage the tower a little bit. So that's the logic. Again, we throw Maiev, wait until the animation of the attack of the tower is gone. Deploy Maiev. Maiev is going to kill everybody. Now we have the summoning stone. So what we're going to do, by the way, this is your worst enemy, the Harvest Golem. Let me say a few words. Harvest Golem is the worst enemy of this deck. I mean, as a single unit, because it takes forever to kill it. After that, it throws chickens or it stuns everybody, and then you have to do it again, and then it will stun everybody again, or throws chickens again, and it costs 3 gold. So this is the nightmare. But we don't care. Just keep applying pressure. Don't let the enemy take this summoning stone. Yeah, exactly because of that. Because boom, you jump to the core and you do double damage. Don't forget, for a few hits, you'll be doing double damage. And the core takes forever to kill your Prowler, so you will do a lot of damage. That's your main damage source. And on this map, you don't really have any other purpose on your Prowler other than just damaging the core and killing squishes. But on other maps, you also fast, which means you get very quickly to the guild chest. So again, keep applying pressure. Our goal is to take the summoning stone, and from that summoning stone we will be able to throw things right on the core immediately, because we need Prowler. Prowler is our main damage source to the core. As you can see, there is no gargoyles here, so we can easily win this match. And for that Harvest Golem, yeah, we use Griffon Raider to kill it. Thank God he doesn't have chickens inside of the Harvest Golem, and he took stun. So it's a total Jaina. So what you see is he damages our core with the spells, and this is a really good deck for Jaina's turtle. But it's us, right? It's Maiev, another alpha female with a Prowler. So there we go. Number 1. So number 2, it's Baron. Everybody is Baron now. So let's see what's going to happen here. So this Baron, I believe, has Gargoyle. So he immediately, watch, this is just, he immediately takes the tower. He had a very lucky start in hand. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Less than 30 seconds took him to almost kill me. Okay, from this point, as you can see, 1 Gargoyle level 10, this is what it's going to do to your core if it gets to your core at full HP. So from this point, whatever it takes, if you're ever in this situation, don't ever let the enemy take the bottom summoning, like this summoning stone. Because if he does, you're dead. He will always have Gargoyle ready to go. He's not an idiot. He's not going to send it from the base. He will wait until he takes this summoning stone again, and he will kill you. After that, you don't have any tools to protect yourself from the Gargoyle when it's this close. You see what he's doing? He summons other things, like he's trying to take the summoning stone, and I always watch it and I don't know, spend all your gold, spend everything, but don't ever let him take this summoning stone. And then after that, we just do it again. But again, the first priority, we defend the summoning stone. Second priority, you damage the core. And it's really hard. By the way, this Baron is actually using, I believe, Death Pact talent, because the skeletons are not ranged and they're not bloodlusted, which means it's a Death Pact. Which means, watch, shoo! Full HP again. It's not good. It's not good. And again, our Prowler is the main damage source. and he summons skeletons in front of his square, just so our Prowler, well, first of all, so the skeletons would tank, and also he was trying to make us waste our first strike bonus on his skeletons. Again, my eggs are saving my ass. I mean, I'm talking about the ones who are guarding summoning stones. And that is, I thought it was it, because I lost so many games to gargoyles, and I thought this was it. This is one more loss, but I decided to play to the end, and I'm trying to protect my summoning stone. Now the pressure there's too much pressure on him, and now he has to protect his summoning stone, because if I take the summoning stone, his summoning stone, I'm gonna throw Prowler, which is not like gargoyle, but it's pain in the ass as well. Okay, so now there is nobody on my summoning stone, and I was kind of shitting in my pants, but I think like now we're equals pretty much, and I don't think he cares about my summoning stone anymore. He has his own problems to worry about. And yeah, that is pretty much, again, the pluses of this deck is that you can apply enormous amount of pressure in any spot of the map, because everything you have is unbound except Prowler, but Prowler gets anywhere very quickly, and so it's not a problem either. Yeah, that's how you do it. Easy schmeezy. Well, I mean, it wasn't easy schmeezy, it was hard as hell. But yeah, Prowler, every time, as soon as you have a chance, you deploy Prowler, and you damage the core a little bit every time, a little bit here, a little bit there. You don't have any spells here. You can actually replace Griffon with the Execute and Bloodlust, and to do better during overtime. Okay, let's keep going. Baron again. Sorry, most of games are going to be against Barons. This Baron is actually super schmooper meta Baron with frozen skeletons. He throws Baron right away. For those who don't know, if you throw Baron or of any fast unit right away, you're going to get to the enemy's chest by the time it's spawned. So you see this? I throw my Quillbore because it's the best tank against Baron. Baron attacks with magical damage. But this is how it's going to be. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. But he's not an idiot either, unfortunately. But we got the gold. Again, same thing. Wait for the moment and then deploy Prowler, take the left tower, keep pressuring. That's how you win. Unfortunately, this guy, I believe he has deep breath. I don't know if I saw that. So the way, what you can also do, you can distract tower like this. Yes, with Quillbore. Unfortunately, tower already reacted on our Kobold. Yeah, so we lose our squishes pretty much all the time. But the Prowler still survives it. The good thing about this modifier with the Stonebind modifier is that you immediately get access to your summoning stones. You don't have to wait until it constructs. Okay, so, oh, by the way, and also flying units, until you kill everybody in this blue field, it's not going to be captured by the enemy. So your Griffon attacks a ghoul, but the ghoul cannot take this thing until Griffon dies. Even though it's flying unit. Back in the day, it used to function differently. Well, my only level 10 Quillbore and Sappers. Nobody cares right now. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing else, nothing new to say. With Baron, every structure that he owns, whether it's tower or summoning stone, spawns extra skeletons, which is a problem. So when you're playing against Barons, which is all the time, so when you're playing, try to take as many structures from Baron as you can. Yep, unfortunately, I was too greedy and I paid for it. Getting the gold from the gold node. Trying to, yeah. For gold to kill one kobold and damage the core a little bit. So, by the way, he is winning right now. And he is doing everything right. But what we need is, with this strategy, we need a summoning stone. to deploy Prowlers from there. All right. Trying to deal with his Baron. Pam, pam, pam. Okay, we're ready as soon as we have gold. Yeah. Like this. Kill the guy. Now finally we start attacking the enemy's core. No. Our Prowler died. Whelp-X killed him. Whelp-X do double damage because of the modifier. They do double damage with the explosion. And that's why it's deadly for any melee unit. Hoggers, Prowlers, you know, all those things. Very super schmupper deadly. Okay, it's overtime and we'll start attacking. By the way, you see how hard it hits? 3, 4, 5, 5 hits, and we almost hit like it's half HP of the core. And it's like one Prowler. One Prowler made it, and this is how it works. So it's extremely powerful strategy and extremely powerful unit. Yeah, we keep throwing Prowlers. I'm trying not to give this summoning stone away. Boom, boom, boom. Up. Okay. So now we are, I'm not saying we're okay because he has deep breath, but we did a lot of damage to the core. And by the way, if you can actually spawn on this map, you can spawn Whelp-X as close to the core as possible in the closest point, and when it blows up, you will be able, I believe, you will be able to damage the core as well. This was not the closest, I believe. You can do it closer if you like if you are parallel to the perpendicular to the enemy's core. Okay, this is, by the way, a second weakness turtle deck. I'm playing against Charlga. This is the second game. I lost the first game, and right away after that, it's the exact same map, exact same deck, and exact same guy. Everything is the exact same. So you will see why I didn't show you the loss, because I won this game the exact same way that I lost the previous game. You will see it how. So here, the problem with this deck that applies to Jaina as well, and this is Charlga, is that he defends his core really well because he has a lot of cheap units. He defends really well, and he just uses Arcane Blast to damage our core. And he doesn't care about his units attacking our core. He doesn't do that. He only spends Arcane Blast on our core. That's all. And he waits till overtime, and during the overtime he does his pretty much like main damage. So that is how the turtle decks work in general, right? So what we do is we're trying to do the exact same thing pretty much, take the left tower and apply pressure from there. But as you can see, these birds they're actually useless, but they affect you psychologically. They demoralize because there's a lot of them, and you feel like, oh my god, it's lost. I lost the game, right? So this, by the way, these siege towers, they are really well at attacking things while they're going to your core. So I believe almost all the damage that I got from this in this game was done by Arcane Blast, because not a lot of enemies units hit this. So see, he has a lot of cheap units that will defend his core. His core is still at full HP. Because again, it takes 4 hits to kill two Murlocs, right? Because of the bubble, and he also has Charlga. Charlga is really good at stopping our Prowler on the way to the core, right? Because of her attack. Okay, so I was trying to capture Summoning Stone on the left side and distract Charlga, but it didn't work. And by the way, you see this huge chunk of my core just disappeared. It was Charlga attacking with Arcane Blast. Unfortunately, yeah, there's nothing you can do. I'm deploying Griffon Rider, but yeah, there we go. Our first Prowler made it somehow. I don't know how. I guess he didn't have gold. What we're really good at, we can control all the gold on this map, and that's exactly what we're doing. And by the way, yeah, when you spawn a Quillborn, you want to kill Charlga with that, spawn it like in the melee range of Charlga, so when it comes out, it could attack Charlga. You see? Boom. Boom. It took 3... Yeah. because of the double damage modifier on the first attack, it can kill Chalga really quickly, as long as it's too close enough to Chalga. Okay. I don't know why I spawned Quillbore to distract Witch Doctor. Okay, here, see what he's doing? He is making Murlocs tank for him, because, like I said, because of the bubble, it takes 4 hits to kill Murlocs, and by the time he kills all the Murlocs, Prowler will be dead, or almost dead. So that's how he deals with that. See, it's really hard. Maybe it looks easy, but it's really hard to play against this deck, especially when I just lost, 1 game 2 minutes ago. It is hard. Okay, this is overtime, and I thought that was it. You see this? He just smashed my core, and I lost a huge portion again. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Chalga is 1 gold counter to my Prowler. 1 gold counter. It's just so unfair. But my Prowler, made it for a few hits. Yeah, now at this point, I'm just throwing everything at his core, trying to do any damage to his core, and he is like trying to make him spend as much gold as possible on defense so he doesn't use Arcane Blast on my core. And that is how it's gonna go. The reason why, like I said, remember I told you I'm not gonna show you my loss before this one. Here's why. So I won this one barely, and the last time I lost it the same way, barely lost it. Okay. And I believe this is the last game, and the last game is always, I'm showing you, I'm going to show you losses, right? So let's go. On that, as you can see, he throws Gargoyle right away on the left side, level 10 Gargoyle. I have nothing to do, I have nothing to defend myself with. Unfortunately, I have Safe Pilot and I have Griffon Rider. Problem with both of them is that if you throw both of them so they damage Gargoyle on the way, he usually has Deep Breath or Blizzard to defend the Gargoyle, and you will lose after that even quicker. But if you throw 1 by 1, he has Frozen Skeletons, and he throws Murlocs that are following the Gargoyle behind, and they will kill your units. So unless you have spells like Polymorph or Execute, it's going to be really hard to defend against this strategy. And yeah, as you can see, 1 Gargoyle made it. It wasn't even on full HP. It made it to my core, and look what happened to my core. So yeah. Trying to control gold, but again, this is Baron. Okay, second Gargoyle is coming. Against Baron, it's a problem because we have level 10 Frozen Skeletons. Man, it's a nightmare. It's all for free. All the lines are constantly being pushed, and it's just so hard to defend. Almost impossible against if the player is equally skilled as you are. And you see this little Gargoyle made it. Oh no, this one died as well. I did everything right, but it costs a lot of effort and a lot of resources to actually kill Gargoyle with this deck. And this is not the worst case because the map is big, and you can kind of have time to do damage to the Gargoyle. See this? Now they're both attacking, and now he's supposed to do something. No, he doesn't. For some reason, he's not using Deep Breath. And there we go. See? But it's kind of too late already anyway. And 1 and 2. This is it. The deck works really well, and you will need a third deck anyway, besides Baron and something else. So I hope it was informative. Again, I only had 2.5 days to prepare, but I am trying to, to explain something to the ones who don't understand what to do. And now the modifiers change every week, so I have to do this really quickly. Let's see how it performs. If it works, I'll make more like that. If it doesn't, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just going to make more videos with video demonstration talents. It was a terrible ending. Okay. That's all. This video is going to come out on Sunday. again, it should be on Monday. I usually do Monday and Fridays, but Monday it's like one more day, right, without knowing what to do, for those who don't know what to use exactly. So this video is going to come out on Sunday morning. So you have Sunday, whole Monday, Tuesday, and a little bit of Wednesday to, to get some use from this video. That's all.